Pro Series. It's all good. Although, I don't know. It's Sammy. Maybe we just do it just because. But we are going to be getting into the game in just a moment. You get to see the... I don't know. I appreciate the new loading screens just so that there's something kind of different to look at.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that is true. Your pudge is a little bit too far... Oh, a little too far away, but that's the reason why. Unfortunately, that is a very sneaky spider, so he's going to be able to get out. He's using these god-awful webs. I do not like those webs. But whatever. It is what it is. He can pick whatever cosmetics he wants. His Realm off the mark with the hook. Sunlight, though, does connect with the stun. That's going to lead into the Stormhammer as well. And Sammy may go down. Nice Laguna. Jesus, not Laguna. LSA coming out from the Lina to just kind of hold them all at bay. And okay. Wildcard dodging a second bullet there. They give up first blood, but at least you don't lose your carry. Meantime, oh, up in the top lane, there's a bit of a play to be made. Flea gets tossed back under tower. Avalanche is very late from Alexo, and yeah, that's a little bit of a strange one. Flea's just able to walk away. He does take a fair bit of damage, and
some water runes, it would appear here, just limiting out that Lina's mana pool. He'll even show himself to the Lina, and then suddenly, Bobatich is like, yeah, well, this kind of sucks. They do get a kill on the Pudge.
Ollie might be dying to zombies here. He's in a bit of a bad way. Yeah, the Warden will get a little bit of revenge, but that is kind of interesting. They go all in onto the kill, onto the Pudge. They fight through the Tombstone to do so.
Oh, it hurts so much.
Not able to finish off that kill, but up in the top lane, Sunlight does finally get taken down. This time the Avatos combo hits, and
ends up feeling a little bit hollow here. They don't really get to do anything with their damage, even those suits. He's trying, really trying here for the mid kill. He's got 10 stick and a Fairy Fire, so he knows he can kind of afford, but with that uphill miss, he actually has to give up on the kill. It's a tragedy, honestly, for Suits. I've seen him get grief so many times now. But top lane, kills.
Yep. Alexo gets taken down up top. Sunlight, thinking about coming back in. He does need to be careful of that, though, but he will pop that Fairy Fire. They set up the double stun. All of a sudden, the wand charges may not be enough. Sammy's in trouble. He's going to get taken down, and Cringe crew find it too. Maybe a situation if Realm and the Warden get a little overextended, they could try to make a punish, but if that opportunity doesn't present itself, Devi's just going to farm. Although Realm is starting to get a little low.
The hook?
Oh, well, that changes everything. Yep. Hook comes in. Devi wasn't ready. Ollie wasn't in position, and yeah, Realm decides it's probably best to leave. He has the Vanguard, but you still don't want to be hanging out in that area too much, but it's still going to take Devi a while to actually bring this tower down. He's making good progress on it now, but it's not going to be an instant kill, which does leave maybe an opening to work elsewhere on the map as they are pushing their way in onto the Lina. They've got the double stun set up. The silence, excuse me, not the silence, the smoke screen coming through. They find the first kill. They get a second onto Alexo. They get a third onto Ollie as the Warden snipes a kill with a level 3 offensive Soul Rip. Don't see that too often, but
that's also where Broodmother did just take your bottom tower, is now making waves towards your jungle. This is where there is still a Brood that we will eventually have to contend with, and I don't think Sunlight's the hero just yet. Leshrack's great, but he does need, I think, a few more levels before he can really go toe-to-toe.
There was an attempt from the Broodmother there, and massively out of the ordinary, I would say, from the Razor build-wise, but now there's some aggression coming his way. Will they be able to get onto him? Yes, they will. They sidestep the Broodmother. Not sure they even saw it, but still get a pretty damn valuable target there. They take down the Razor. I think they did, yeah. The Warden did see Devi, but at that point it's maybe a little bit too late to make the jump onto him instead. But it is maybe an indication with the Hood of Defiance picked up now that Devi's anticipating a little more fighting than usual.
Yeah, it is an odd kind of pickup because by the time he had this Hood, the lane versus the Pudge was pretty much done. So it's not like he was really defending himself versus very much. Even though I do completely respect the fight first, but now I feel like he's absolutely fine.
Yeah, he's okay. I mean, they burned all of his mana, but that really doesn't matter much, and Sunlight doesn't have much mana to fight with either, so you're not going to get the Lesh support in, and he's going to be okay. I guess he loses some spiders. Zeus picks up a little bit of gold there, but Nothing too serious, although over in the middle lane, that's a little bit more serious. The Warden and Realm push in on to Babatich, and they do find the kill. I don't believe they're getting the tower here. But Tier 1 is still sitting at about half HP, and the reinforcements presumably are coming. Ollie's already here, but I don't know how helpful he's going to be, especially now that he's been spotted. They're going to stun him up. Realm misses the hook, so everybody's going to fall back, but tower's still going to get really hit up here.
Yeah, no, you just go in, gonna do some really good damage. Not that much of a defense coming out just yet. The Lina is TPing back in, and with how low mana you are, I guess you could just start to walk away, but they're also trying to set up onto the Razor in the top lane. And I guess Suits is also getting set up on. It's a pretty nasty steal there, but Sammy Boy is standing proud.
Okay, they stun him up. Deafening Blast comes in, Ice Wall deployed. Damage is very slow out from this duo, and now Ollie's going to make his move, trying to jump in onto Suits. They pop the dust, though, so they do have the vision. Cold Snap was onto the Ricky as well, so he is kind of slow trying to get himself away. Looks like the Stormhammer will be enough to finish him off. Sammy does get out, though, just barely, but...
Now we can smoke. In 2 minutes, when it's daytime and nobody wants to make a play across the map, we can send our Sven, and we can make something happen here. And also, look at Cringe Crew. They're forcing the Roche. They don't have a Wraith pack. They're not looking for anything. They've got a Sven, and they do have an army of spiders coming in to scout them out, but this time around here, I think that they're just a little bit too set up in this bot lane. This is going to get a little bit tight here. That tomb came out a little bit late, so there weren't the zombies tanking, but I think just barely they're going to get a conceded Roche here from WILDCARD.
Their heroes weren't even on the right side of the map, really, to go after that, so they do have to give it up, and... Ollie may get a little caught here. He's going to turn around for the dart that keeps Flea locked away, and your Ricky does manage to get out of there. So at least you avoid that death, but...
And now, for WILDCARD, well, double BKB's finished up, Blink Dagger's flying out onto Alexo. If there was ever a timing, now would be it.
Well, the order's a little messed up, but Alexo does manage to get into the fight. Sunlight, though, blinking directly on top of all of them. He is dishing out a fair bit of damage, but it's only enough to kill the Tiny for now. He's going to start to back away, but there's going to be the Tornado into the EMP. Tombstone was thrown down, but they quickly clean it up. But that is going to effectively reset this fight. Tavai, awkward spot to be in. He gets clipped by the stun. Can they actually finish him off, though? More importantly, can they finish him off before the reinforcements arrive? They got the dart in onto the Invoker. Here comes Babatich in as well. Zeus is very low on HP. They need a little bit more damage, but they can't catch him. Yes, they can. Tavai able to get the kill there with the nuke from the spawn spiders, and it's still not looking fantastic. Sammy was left all by himself. His BKB popped in the first phase of the fight, so obviously no magic community to work with. So now Tavai, he needs backup, but everyone's just too far away.
Sunlight's just carrying so hard. Dude, really great job from the supports there. Just an endless battle for control over this high ground ward to make sure that it was pretty much impossible for the spider to leave. But at the same time, Sunlight is just jumping every target he needs to jump. He finds his way into the Razor. He finds his way into the Lina. Almost in being more selfish and playing less like a team, they're finding a different type of success. And Alexo, well, the connection, this comes from Sunlight, and this is just a very dead Tiny. Oh, he's working it. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Zeus comes in. It's like, you guys aren't gonna let him go. I'm just not gonna let that happen. Finds the kill. Still, never mind. I was gonna say still had a DD rune, but it wears off literally as I was saying it. But they're smoked up. They're pushing forward. They're looking for something. Their smoke pops, so they do go for the dust. They'll see Ollie, and that's gonna be an easy kill to follow it up. Flea manages to yoink it right at the end there. But now the TP top. They're looking for this fight as well. They got the Razor caught out. Sammy is just going to go for the BKB TP once the Dismember ends, and...
As long as Sunlight's still out, you can still get objectives. You still have this really good pressure on the map, and now Sammy Boy showing mid.
Yeah, they know he has no BKB. That is rough. That's a death. Yeah, that really no one's going to be able to do anything about. Ollie comes in for the sleep dart onto the Sven. We do see a Force Staff come into play there, enough to get him away from trouble, and... Sammy Boy just didn't think that they were going to collapse on him mid, but he's looking for a Spirit Vessel as well, because why not? Just make those cores a little bit less effective in terms of their ability to heal back up. But they're looking for the fight right now, and they do see Zeus. Can they lock him down? They get the dart, they get the avalanche, they get the silence, they get the toss. They have the static link going the whole duration, but Zeus is not dead. Healed up with a massive wand there. Now with his teammates coming in, Wildcard, do you still want to be here? They clean up the tombstone fairly quickly, and the Warden is actually going to be sacrificed, but Realm's in. There's the hook. The Meteor comes out, but BKBs had already been activated, so Realm is the one who's caught out by himself, and... well, the answer to the previous question, ET, was hell yes, we still want to be here, because the response from Cringe Crew was just kind of broken.
Yeah, and they play themselves a little bit there. If the Pudge has his BKB, I feel like that could have been a team fight for them, but they kind of just waterfall in one after another. They do get their gem out, and, well, flee. Okay, that's really funny. He actually just passed the gem off to the Leshrac, but the Invoker as well. He's also in trouble, but they're going in. They know there's no BKBs, but Sunlight versus the world.
Yeah, it's quite literally Sunlight against everyone. He has lost his only teammate in this fight, and they're not going to push much further. Sunlight is still unbelievably dangerous, right? Even with no teammates in the field with him. It's not a fight that they wanted, especially considering your Lina had basically no HP, but...
smoking for the pick instead. And Lina, that is your pick. Oh, he feels like it's
jump.
up.
Fast fingers on the BKB, so Babatich is going to be okay for now. Puts your BKB on cooldown, obviously, so now maybe Cringe Crew can continue looking. That's exactly what they're doing here. They are pushing forward with a hell of a lot of, well, confidence, but that's not the hero to hit. Sammy activates the BKB, so the Stormhammer doesn't connect. They will still lose the Lina, though, and Realm's not actually dying. The Dismember's healing him back up. Sammy's the one who's going down, needs some sort of backup with the hook, pulls him back into the fight. Meanwhile, Tabai on the other side of the engagement, trying to keep anyone distracted, but the Meteor is going to land directly on his head. The damage is going to be there. Sammy still falls. Tabai goes down as well, and now they'll lose Ollie to the north, and Alexo, good blink, getting him away. He's going to survive for now, but the cores go down.
Yeah, again, it's Sunlight, the perfect jump. He finds the Lina. The Lina can do nothing aside from just sit there and basically die. And then you realize that Devi is the only one hitting the tombstone. It's just a perfect isolated team fight. Nobody was actually able to get in. And Alexo, with the vision from the spiders, he's looking for a steal. But, oh, and they missed, but... oh, it's too early. Yeah.
It's worth a try, right? You're the only man up in that area, so see what you can do, but it's not going to work out. Roche goes down, ages into Sunlight's hands. I believe the shard was taken by Realm there. Yeah.
And then, well, we'll see. Because I feel like a lot of the time he will just, especially once the blink dagger's up, just blink eat, but that's also where Ollie...
that's a problem.
We didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no buyback available for him. His death timer's not that high, though. 30 seconds on the sideline, but... Wildcards still do need to fall back at this point. They're going into full-on split push mode here, ET, and it's kind of hard to argue against that considering they'd be fighting into Aegis if they tried to force it.
Yeah, and at the same time, just a small play that happened around the time when they took that Roshan, but Suits got their glyph by just hitting their tier 3 top, so all these outer towers, they're just going to get Leshracked. They're going to get Edict down. Even the tier 3, once they eventually approach, is going to eat that damage. So every second that they're on these buildings, it's just going to work. And this is where they just blitzkrieg through your base.
That's a change to the glyph system that honestly, I mean, it happened a little while back, but I still feel like sometimes teams aren't fully not understanding. That seems a little bit too harsh. They know how it works, it's just they haven't fully adapted the playstyle to compensate for it.
Yeah, it definitely, I think, incentivizes this almost cleanup of the map control. It's where it really does, I think, kind of incentivize you pushing a tier 3, forcing a reaction, and then you just clean up everything else. Because now, if Cringe Crew wanted to, they could head towards top and then decide to make a play there, but instead they're going to close the map. They still know if they get onto that tier 3 and almost landed with the hook. So close, actually.
They've got to wait a little while longer, but now Zeus has a Lincoln Sphere, so he basically cannot be the dart target. Oh, okay. Yeah. And there's exactly why. Lincoln's popped, BKB active, now Sunlight's into the fight, and Babatich has no backup. His BKB comes out way too late to matter. They did not check the items before they jump in. Sammy actually gets caught on the back line there too. Flea and Realm jump in. That is straight up the worst case scenario. They lose the two most important cores in the field for Wildcard, and their base is going to get hit up now as well.
Yeah, and, well, they're creep cutting. They only have this one wave in top, but here's the other issue. You don't have Glyph. You'll have Glyph once your tower gets taken, but are you going to Glyph your racks? Well, that's not going to kill the creeps. So the creeps are here to stay. They're going to just keep on going.
One fell swoop there. Cringe Crew able to just get into the base. Now the Glyph will come through to try and hold the middle lane, but where are heroes in general? I mean, everyone's out of the base right now. They
It
can't
has to be a double buyback. There's no other way unless, okay, it looks like Suits is going to look for the hunt, but Alexo cancels him, and is there any real reason for them to go, though? I don't think so. And now you're in the awkward timing. 20 seconds before your cores would want to buy back. Okay, they are going to respect the Broodmother. They are going to actually leave with the Leshrac there. I feel like they could have gone further if they wanted to. Maybe wait for the Warden, but now they just need to not get caught.
Yeah, get out cleanly. Okay, not quite as clean as they want, but the Dismember actually caught the Llama. Alexa's going to be forced to buy back, and Wildcard they have to go in, but Realm has the BKB. TP's home. Here comes the TP from the Warden. Also completing, and... well...
for his own life, but at the same time, I feel like Cringe Crew got their opponents right where they want them. Another smoke up, though. Looking for a big pick. Both the cores still have their buyback. They did hold on to it. Iron grips on their buyback fingers. Just not letting them get in that really awful position, but at the same time, 2 racks down. All they need is a creep wave in, and then suddenly this tier 3 without Glyph for 3 more minutes. Next up on the chopping block versus Leshrac. They almost have to jump outside of the base, I think, to get that perfect fight.
But now, there is a Lotus Orb picked up on Realm, and this Lotus Orb can just ruin everything that Wildcard want to put together. If you reflect the Dart, a Laguna, even something as simple as the static link from Sammy. It just kind of breaks apart your team fight as they are starting the fight right now. The Meteor is going to go out. They caught the Lina. Babatich really didn't have anyone to help him. The rest of the team is just too occupied over to the east. That's going to force out a buyback. The Lina trying to get back in. Teammates have to hold while they do so, but they are starting to lose some heroes. Alexo goes down. Sammy forced to pop the refresher. He is going back in with another BKB, but the Dismember's going to lock him down, but Babatich is back in. Laguna Blade onto Sunlight, not doing the damage, though. They're not able to finish him off. Now the stun connects onto 2. Devi is just desperately trying to run, but if he runs, it means the Lina's alone. And that's it. They lose the fight. They're going to lose the games. The GG will be called. They go all in on one last attempt, ET, but they're on the back foot right from the very start of that engagement.
Yeah.